What's up? What's up? What's up, everyone? It's Jason, and welcome back to the channel. Going over some stuff. Every day I wake up and I go on like an hour to an hour and a half walk, and I kind of get my mind together. I listen to podcasts, I watch some videos on YouTube. I try to stay up on what's going on, social media, and just for my life. And today I was walking and I saw a video posted by a very good friend of mine, Phil Morse from Digital DJ Tips. And, if you're not familiar with them and their channel here and their community, they're a European based education platform essentially for DJs. And over the past decade plus, Phil, Steve, and the entire team at Digital DJ Tips has done a ton for our industry. I've even partnered with them in the past to create a learning course, if you will, to help elevate wedding professionals. And the course was titled Complete Wedding DJ. If you want to learn about that course, throw something in the comments. We might bring it back at some point. But anyway, Phil and the tribe at Digital DJ Tips has been a reservoir of information for our industry. And DJing as a whole, or entertainment as a whole, as large as it is, and as much as it impacts as it does, is such a small community as a whole, not just like in the States, but globally. There's a lot of DJs. Everyone knows a DJ, and I feel like it's growing. But the people that are truly professional and the people that, really operate businesses, there's not as many as you would think. I mean, I think our universe, our entire platform in terms of community is relatively small in comparison to a lot of other communities like photography or even cinematography, wedding videography. Nonetheless, we have what we have, and I love being part of this world. Phil and his crew at Digital DJ Tips are incredible, and if you're not following them, I'd love to invite you to make sure that you connect with him here on YouTube and follow their information, because the videos, the reviews, the knowledge, and the programming that is set out by that crew is just second to none. I mean, they've got like DJing courses with Jazzy Jeff, production courses with James Hype, and so much more. Reviews, content, and they always have their finger on the pulse of what's going on in our industry, which leads me to what I'm talking about. So sorry to go on for a second, but they have this census that they do, and they conduct a census over a period of time each and every year. I've used the census to just stay on top of trends, what's going on in our industry, and just to be aware of where we're headed, so to speak, in a lot of different ways, because their census touches a lot of people. And this past year's census was just released, the 2024 census. You can actually get your own copy of it. I'll put a link in the description of this video so you can kind of get it and review it yourself. But it's a very in-depth view into our industry in a lot of respects. And today I watched a video that Phil shared on my walk talking about 4 things that really stood out to him about this year's census. And I don't want to talk about the 4 things. I want to talk about one thing that I thought was really surprising and really, really cool. And I had a conversation with someone that came to my office today, and I thought it was worthy of making a video about, because it just lets you know where we're at. Now, for years, I always thought that like DJing had to be a young thing. And as I entered into starting the SCE event group and moving from corporate America into this world, the world of chaos, the world of events, and the world of entrepreneurship, I think one thing that was always brought to my attention by people that I had worked with in the professional world, my parents, and people that I was close to was, Jason, what are you going to do when you get older? Jason, how long can you do that for? Jason, are you going to get tired of this? Jason, all negative, all negative, all negative, not intending to be negative on it or to rain on my dreams. I think they were just not sure, and they were asking or inviting me to kind of challenge the thought and be weary of where I was going. And the thing that I wanted to share with you today is, per the latest and greatest census that Phil and the team at Digital DJ Tips just did, this trend is something you can't ignore, and it's so incredibly important. They interviewed over 14,000 DJs from all over the world, and they asked one simple question: what is your age? And it's so alarming to me that under 18, a very small fraction, 18 to 24, where you would think it'd be so expansive, it's equally just a little bit bigger. So it's super small. 25 to 34, it almost doubles. 35 to 34, it almost quadruples what they found in the 18 to 24. And the largest segment of people who took the time to answer this census, this survey, and to provide information, 14,000 plus DJs, fell in the age category of 45 to 54 years old. And then over 55, another large, universe of people. So just looking at it and eyeballing it visually, 45 to 54, the largest pool of people that are professional DJs. 35 to 44, second largest. Over 55 and 25 to 34 were essentially tie, then 18 to 24, and then under 18. The point of me sharing this video is don't let age define who you are, what you're capable of, and basically getting in the way from you working hard to obtain your dreams, to work for your dreams, and to try having a go as a professional in the world of events, weddings, parties, clubs, karaoke, whatever you want to do. There's a path for you. And, if you look at the ages of certain DJs who are profile DJs that are playing in Las Vegas, that are playing on tours, that are playing all over the world, they're not young bucks. Yeah, there are a ton of younger people, but some of the biggest people in our industry are a little bit older, a little bit mature. They're valuing, a lifetime of experience consuming music and learning our craft and introducing it to the world in different ways. The point here, don't let age get in the way of allowing you to get to where you want to go, to working on something that you're passionate about, to work on the craft that we all enjoy, and to do things that you're going to be proud of, that's going to make you happy and be fulfilled. I think DJing is a lifelong journey. And I know the stereotype of this crusty old DJ is something that a lot of people associate with age. I think that's false. Like I just had a birthday. I'm a little bit older. I try to take care of myself. I act like I'm 26 and I'm not. But I have a world of experience that I bring to the table for the people that trust me. I care a ton about my work. I dump and pour everything I have from a care perspective into the events that I'm honored to do. And I think the results show. I work hard at staying relevant, staying on top of the latest and greatest trends, the music that constantly is evolving. It's not easy. But I do it, and I do it because I love it. Now, that's my story, and I don't know if that connects to you, but the point here is this world, the world of entertainment, the trends of how and what is popular, open format being like the go-to for so many people in this world, not just playing house or hip hop, playing like the ability of playing anything. As music evolves and as disco becomes popular again and funk comes back into circulation and what's old being new again, it allows people that have time into the craft, experience into the craft, and that have done this for a while, the ability of like really, really not only maturing in this industry, but introducing some special perspective into this industry. Because the longer you do this, the better you get in a lot of respects, as long as you don't sit back and get comfortable. I think a lot of people get older and they get crusty, they get cringy, they get irrelevant. For me, I get older, I feel like I'm maturing like wine, like vintage wine. And I don't mean to use a terrible analogy, but like I work so hard at this craft, I continue to evolve in this craft. I can continue to push the creative bar forward, and it shows in the results of my events. It shows in why the phone continues to ring year after year, and why and how we're able to do what we do here at SCE. The point, don't let numbers get in your way of you chasing your dreams. Only you can control your path, and if you're willing to work for something, you can do this as you get older and sail off into retirement. And if you treat it like a business and you take care of yourself, man, the world is just an abundance of opportunity in front of you. That's kind of like some motivation from me for you, and I want to hear from you. What do you think about this? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? And I don't know. I'd love to hear from you. So please share your thoughts in the comments underneath this video. Real quick, if you enjoy everything that goes on here on this channel, you can do a lot of things to support me and this channel. We've got the latest and greatest projects out in the links found in the description of this video where you can support me in this channel. You can give us super thanks. You can give us subscribe to the channel so you stay in the know. You can offer a thumbs up, and there's so much more that you can do. You can share a video with a friend that you think would benefit from this content. Anyway, I'd love to hear from you. I appreciate your support. I encourage you to check back often and visit some of the content we have coming out here on the channel. And age, just a number. Don't let it get in your way. That's the message. Let me hear from you in the comments down below. Thanks for watching.